Hi, Milfolding here, and today is the third day. Yeah, since I since I decided to learn the Open DSA material. Yeah, so let me just open it and begin our course today. Let me adjust the camera. Oh, all right. Okay, so here's the rule. The rule is I will read along with the section and try to explain what are this section talking about. And so let's begin. How to use this system. Welcome to OpenDSA. OpenDSA is an open source project whose goal is to provide online course materials for a wide range of computer science courses. The project includes both infrastructure and content for producing customizable e-textbooks. OpenDSA's strengths are support for creating visualizations and interactive exercises, along with LTI support for integrating third-party content. Okay, the first section is saying that OpenDSA is an open source project, so you are free for use to make your own e-textbooks, and they also support the LTI standard. So if your learning management system also support LTIs, you can switch them, import the OpenDSA's material like seamlessly. And let's continue with section 2. Learning management systems and OpenDSA book instances. OpenDSA materials are most often presented in the front of a textbook instance as content within some learning management system, LMS, such as Canvas or Moodle. Your OpenDSA textbook is made out of a series of modules. Each module corresponds to roughly one section in a regular textbook, or what might get presented in part of a 1-hour lecture. OpenDSA content typically combines text and images with algorithm visualizations for many algorithms, along with lots of interactive assessment exercises. The goal of the exercises is to let you know if you really understand what you have been reading. The section 2 is saying that they have the OpenDSA material is really worth for using on your e-textbooks, because they not only standard support LTI in the learning management system, and also they have the exercises that is able to interactive with the learner, and you can understand the abstract concept more easily, because the data structure and algorithm is kind of abstract. Yeah, so they are simple. So they made it simple. Okay, let's continue with third section. Registration and accounts. This is an open source project, and in keeping with the spirit of our commitment to openness, our materials are free for use. We maintain versions of our materials that are publicly accessible. However, your particular textbook instance for your course is likely to require that you go through some LMS with its own login process. In this way, you and your instructor can track with open DSA materials and exercises that you have completed. So, this section is saying they are although they are free for use, so you can use it in your textbook like any ways, but if you use LMS login process, you can track the exercise that you have completed. I guess it's like the so many they are just like now on the internet there is so many kind of teaching you how to code or how to use some programming languages, just like Android Studio's website. They have the whole bunch of courses that you can use, and if you log in, you can track your progress that you have been learned. It's another visualization to make you like have some achievement feeling, I guess. And the next section. Overview of major elements. An OpenDSA module contains a number of interactive components intended to help you learn the material. In addition to regular text and graphics, most modules include short slideshows that help explain steps of an algorithm or other content presented in slideshow form. OpenDSA also includes 4 algorithm visualizations that go through a complete example of the algorithm. This will usually let you set the input data if you like. There are many proficiency exercises where you show the steps taken by an algorithm. There are also many sets of multiple choice, fill in the blanks, and true-false questions. For some topics, there are small programming exercises. Rounding things out are various calculators, simulations, and other interactive exercises. So this section is saying they have many type of exercises like fill in the blanks, true false questions, and some calculators, simulations. And some of them you can input data if you like, input your own data. So the reason they are doing this is to show that you really understand the concept of data structure and algorithms. Okay. Getting credit. You can get completion for doing the various activities. When any of the following activities are completed, the interface should give you some type of feedback, such as showing a green check mark or adding a score in the associated LMS gradebook, going through a slideshow, completing a PIF. What's that?
PI frame set.
PI frame set. PI frame set. Completing a PI frame set. Completing a proficiency exercise. What is proficiency? Oh, exercise. Completing a programming exercise. Completing a question set or fulfilling the requirements of a calculator or other exercise, depending on how your book is configured. Completing an activity might or might not give assignment points, as shown in the gradebook or your LMS. So anyway, they're saying they have some credit point if you do the exercise, and if you are link into your LMS, and they can also record how many credit that you want, I guess. Seeing your credit and seeing your current score. Usually an exercise or slideshow will give you visual confirmation when you have completed it. Your LMS might indicate complete modules in its table of contents, listing of modules. The LMS gradebook should indicate which exercises have been completed. So I don't know why I don't know why in the next section I think they are clearly say they have the credit, and you can check if you're using LMS, and it also associate with it. But why you saying again in the next section and just tell people go to see it? I don't know. Slideshows are controlled by the button at the top of the slideshow. How to say this? Like column, right? Or less than and more than buttons will back up or advance by one slide. Will double less than sign and double more than sign will take you to the beginning or end slideshow. Oh my god. I know how to operate the slideshow, okay? You get completion for a slideshow just for progressing to the end, one step at a time. A green check mark should show up on the right when you complete it, depending on how your book instance is configured. Completing a slideshow might give you points or it might not. I don't care about maybe I care. Anyway, this section is introducing the slideshow's function, I guess. All right. Programmed instruction frame sets. One form of slideshow used in certain OpenDSA textbooks are the programmed instruction frame sets, PI frames. PI frames include many small generally simple questions scattered throughout the slide set that you are required to answer before you can continue to the next slide. On slides with a question, the forward button will be grayed out until you successfully answer the question. I think the programmed instruction frame sets is like a slideshow, but have some if have some 控制 it has some control condition that controls you if you are not complete the exercise, that you cannot go forward to the next frame, I guess. Algorithm visualizations. Slideshows often demonstrate a part of an algorithm on a fixed input. Algorithm visualizations let you run the whole algorithm, typically on input that you can choose. The algorithm visualizations will have some parameters that you can set, such as number of elements in an input array and the values of the array elements. The Run button will start or restart the algorithm visualization. It will also begin the visualization with new randomly selected data values. If you did not specify your own input, reset will typically clear all of the input fields and restart the visualization. Many visualizations have a help button to give detailed information about that particular visualization. Wow. So it's just saying the reset and run button and how they are work. If you are using computer, play the game, play the like the type of game many years ago. The engine is by Adobe. I can't remember that. Flash. If you play the Flash before and you know how to operate, it's that simple. Question sets. Many modules finish with a collection of multiple choice, true, false, or type a number questions to get credit for a question set. If you will have to answer some number of the questions correctly. The exact number required can be different for each question set. Once you have created, the interface should indicate this. You can still get more questions at the point if you would like more practice, and you should not be penalized. Penalized. You should not be penalized in a way for doing so. Above the question on the right-hand side is a counter to indicate your current number of questions correct out of the total number needed to complete the exercise. If you answer a question wrong, you will progress toward the completion threshold will go backward by 1 point, and you will still have to answer that question before you can continue. Know that once you have been given completion credit for the question set, you cannot lose that credit by answering more questions, even if you then get some wrong. Okay, so you got credit when you answer the question right, but if you are wrong, they will not cut your credit that you already winning. You already won, I guess. The question sets work by randomly selecting from the questions available to that set. Typically, once you correctly answer a question, you will not see it again, or at least not with the same inputs. But if you answer it incorrectly and then clearly with the correct answer, it might appear again. They just use many ways to make sure you are knowing this knowledge, this field of knowledge 100% no. Many questions will have hints that you can use to help you figure out the answer. If you take a hint, you will not get credit for that question to completing the exercise. However, you will not lose a point on that question either. Interactive questions. Some of the questions are interactive. In that I think this is type wrong. In that you will click on an array, tree, node, or other visual element to answer the question. They work the same way as the question sets, in that there is a required number that you must get right to complete the exercise successfully. Proficiency exercises. How many? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sections left. Let's do it. Proficiency exercises are graded on a point system. Each logical step that you do correctly in the proficiency exercise give you a point within the exercise. You need to get a set fraction of the fraction, right? Fraction. You need to get a set fraction of the total possible points to complete the exercise. Typically 90% of the possible points. Generally, if you make a mistake on a proficiency exercise, it will tell you that you did the step wrong and correct it for you so that you can continue on. You will not get credit for that particular step when you do it wrong, but you can still get credit for the remaining steps. Once you get completion credit for a proficiency exercise, the LMS interface should give some indication of this. Note that the points are counted by the proficiency exercise are different from the credit assigned by the LMS for completion of the exercise. For example, to complete the proficiency exercise for a particular sorting algorithm, you might need to complete 18 or 20 steps in the exercise correctly. That is 90% of the 20 exercise steps. Once you have done this, the LMS might award you, for example, 2 points of completion credit. You can always practice an exercise as many times as you like, typically with randomized input each time, whether you already have completion credit or not. Setting button and narration support. The visualizations, slideshows, and proficiency exercise usually have 2 buttons in the upper right corner, one with a speaker icon and one with a gear icon. The gear icon indicates the settings button, which will let you change some of the default settings, such as the animation speed, usually used for things like the swap steps in the sorting algorithm visualizations, or whether the arrays show numeric values or height bars. The button the speaker icon will let you control whether the slideshow captions will be narrated or not. Enlarging equations.
Enlarging equations.
Math is rendered using the MathJax library, which gives you a lot of options on how you can see things. Most importantly, if you right-click on any math equation, you will get a context menu that includes math settings. This in turn has a submenu named Zoom Trigger. With that, you can set zoom to hover or click. From then on, hovering or clicking, if you have selected one on any equation, will make it larger. This can really help with reading some of the equations. You can try it here. Okay. Language. Wow. English. Alright. Hover. Oh, cool. Alright, so basically this 0.1 how to use system is saying is introducing how to use the page, and yeah, just some operation way. And anyway, we have big progress today, and I can feel my improve of read along. I think it's kind of good, kind of proud of myself. So tomorrow we will get into the next part, data structure and algorithms introduction. Okay, so we will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.